million to the online broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your number one source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Oh yeah!
I still get
it.
jealous.
He's back!
I'm back!
He's back!
I'm back, everybody! Yes! This is the Mysteries of Lore After Show here on AfterBuzz TV. I am James Lott Jr. I am back here to talk about 2 episodes of Mysteries of Lore. And this song was playing in tonight's episode, if you heard it, by Nick Jonas.
Oh,
we love
right.
it. I
This is Jonas?
Yes, Nick Jonas.
Oh.
It's his comeback kind of thing, his new image.
I thought this was,
One of the other people? Like, what do you say?
Joni Mitchell.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
apologize. It's not Joni.
And who's talking next to me, of course, is...
Hey, it's Cameron Lewis at The Only Camshaft, Twitter and Instagram. And hey, Alexis Torres is here. Let's
Yes,
throw
she
to
is.
her in the booth, Alexis.
Yeah.
Hey everybody! What up?
You're so far away.
Oh, yeah. Get it.
Hey,
Oh,
get it, girl. Get it.
Get it.
Get it. Get it, girl.
All right,
That's
okay.
right, kids.
No, less of me. But hey guys, you can find me all over social media as atorres890, who's in the booth doing it.
Yay.
Working it.
That's right. And so, of course, I'm James Lott Jr., and I am at Black Hope LA on Twitter. It's BLAKHOPLA on Twitter. And, of course, on Facebook, I'm James Lott Jr. So, we have 2 episodes. We're doing episodes 4 and 5.
Yeah.
Or 5. Actually, we're doing 5 and 6. I think is what it is, actually.
Is it really already?
Yes,
That's
already.
insane.
Yeah, I think it's 5. So, we're doing Mystery of the Watery Grave and the Mystery of the Dead Heat. And they both have something to do with this kind of stuff. So, it's kind of fun. So, we're going to talk about the first one, of course, and because we weren't here last week, thanks for being patient. We are back. I see people in the chat room. I see D-Style
in there? All
yes, he is.
right.
He says he likes Alexis' dancing. What about mine?
Aw,
Hello, I
thank
danced
you.
first.
I'm
Hello.
sorry, I have purple hair. I just win.
Yeah, you do.
The heck,
And
D-Style.
Diane Sutherland is in the building there, too. She's in there, too. So thanks, you guys, for watching us live. And we'll be looking in here to see what you guys think about what we're talking about, of course. So anyway, let's do the first one that was last week, because we weren't in here, and now we're going to talk about this. It was a interesting story. It was basically about a wife that was a car owned by this publishing guy named Terrence Van Doren. It's pulled from the river.
Great name, by the way.
I do like the name.
Terrence Van Doren.
Van Doren. That sounds like something very New York.
Yeah.
Old world New York and everything. And of course, for me as a Dutch person, I do like the van. Anything van. It's always great. Remember, Dutch is for van. Dutch is for van. Van is for Dutch, and Von is for German.
What?
When you have to.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
I gotta write that down. What is
My-
it? Van for
Yeah.
Dutch?
Yeah, because my family name is Van Putten. And
yeah.
they're Dutch.
Okay.
And so it's kind of a funny thing. So
Van Poopin?
yes, Van
Van
Poopin.
Poopin.
That's exactly what their name is.
That's correct.
We are the inventors of
Cameron.
toilet seats.
Lord
Thank you.
mercy.
God, I wish. We'd be totally rich, wouldn't we?
You would be.
I know. If I invented toilet seats or potty training seats or whatever, it'd be great.
Wow.
And the body that they see in there as that's the driver, they think is his wife, Isabel.
Yeah.
So you're thinking, okay, straightforward case. It's mostly Mystery of the Lore. It's a straightforward, this person's dead.
Yeah, this person's dead. We gotta find a guy.
We gotta find the guy or girl.
Or the girl.
Gal. You say
Or the person.
the person.
Yeah.
Right. So you're thinking, oh, it's going to be one of those kind of stories. We're going to find out who the killer is, the person. But no, what happens is she's alive.
She's really alive.
She's like, not for
No, not fake. This is no Halloween prank.
No.
She's totally awake.
Right, exactly. So she's alive, and turns out she was trying to stage her death. She staged the crash and everything to trap her husband because she thought he killed his first wife.
Let me just say,
I don't really.
what the hell happened?
I mean, it's so crazy because they're looking for this kind of that was kind of an interesting twist because you're thinking they're going for this one thing, but no, homegirl's alive.
Yeah, she had a vendetta.
Against her husband, she's trying to figure out what's going on. So she was scared. She was scared, for her life, obviously, because she found out that her husband did this thing. It's kind of crazy. So Laura, of course, the smart one of the team, Because Laura, she figures out stuff all the time.
Laura,
She
Laura
does.
And Jake just always are just happening.
Why
every
are they
single
not
time.
like running the country at this point?
Because they have too many issues and they're messy people.
So
Maybe just Laura.
she eats and he has a heart thing.
She didn't
Whatever.
eat these past 2 episodes.
No, she didn't. That was weird.
Right.
I thought with the water one she'd
she
have
didn't
a
eat.
goldfish
You're right.
or
She
something.
didn't.
She didn't
always.
eat. She
She
hasn't
didn't.
been eating.
No, she hasn't. She always
I'm
has
worried
something.
about her. I really am.
Yeah. I
But they
agree.
did talk food. When they talked
No,
about.
they always talk about
They always talk food.
Wait,
but
did
they-
Tony bring her food? No.
No.
No, that's right.
No, he didn't.
No, Tony. No, he not that episode. He didn't bring it. So he didn't talk.
And
Or
he's
this
a
episode
chef.
either. In this episode, he didn't show up either.
No.
I know. His name keeps coming up.
See, here's
No.
my problem. It's like you can't fit in a scene or two.
Nope. Maybe he's busy.
I wonder if-
That's
I wonder
probably
if that-
what it is. I think that's probably what
actor?
it is. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
actor's doing something.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
maybe he's doing another like a movie or a TV show or something.
That's
Build it up.
I guess that's the thing about reoccurring status. I guess you're out doing you're trying to get work.
Yeah.
It's like-
You're working on a bajillion different
yeah,
things.
I guess
You're
so.
working
Yeah.
on a bajillion other things.
Well, I'm working on a bajillion other things. That's kind of
Mr.
crazy.
Organizer.
That's right, kids, and it's crazy.
Super organized.
But I made it here
Super
tonight
organizer.
You are
to be here with you guys.
I'm so glad you're back.
Thank you. I'm
So
glad to be back.
happy.
I missed you guys
I
very
needed
much.
that sass.
The sass is back, kids.
Hey.
The sass and the laugh is back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
laugh.
the laugh.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, it's close to Halloween, so we get all excited. I'm excited. So Laura finds Isabel, admits that she staged the whole crash and faked her death because she feared for her life. We meet Terrence's first wife, Claire's brother, who also believes that all fingers are pointing at Terrence.
Yeah.
So I almost thought at first it wasn't him. I kept thinking, no. I mean, it's almost so
Because
obvious.
everything is pointing to it.
I
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
it.
Yes,
See,
she knew it.
did you?
Called
She knew
it.
it.
Heck yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I sat there. I'm like, the husband did it.
Yes.
Ah.
Straight up. I
And-
mean, not for the reasons that I was thinking of, what actually happened. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
I knew he did it. It's too much.
But see, I was thinking, I kept thinking the same thing, kind of, and I was like, no, it's going to be one of those
Well, that's
things.
what I think. Whenever there's all of the stuff pointing to the
Yes.
person, typically it's like a
It's usually not
bait and
that.
switch.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's kind of, I guess, that's the twist.
Yeah.
That it wasn't this
Twist.
time. Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess.
you get that it was, that it wasn't a bait and
The
switch.
twist was the lack of twist.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that.
How about that, Apple?
Which is still a twist.
How about that?
Which is still a twist.
Right. Lack of twist is a twist.
Too many twists. You decide,
Say that
America.
5 times. Say that 5 times fast.
Too many twists.
Too many twists.
Twist,
Too
twist,
many
twist, 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 twist,
It's a big
twist.
one.
Whoa,
It's a big one.
Twist, twist, twist.
What am I saying?
So I keep calling her Santini because of you guys.
I'm sorry. She
Well,
is
that's what-
Santini, and
yeah.
she was getting on my damn nerves.
So Santiani.
Well, Laura still calls her Santini,
She
so
does.
that's why I think it's
Hell
okay
yeah.
if we do.
Yes, but Santini though. See, oh my God, I just said it.
Santiani.
Santiani.
Actually, and Lexus had predicted this at some point.
Yes, I did.
They end up working together
Yeah.
and
yeah,
on
yeah.
Get
this. And so they're actually, and we didn't like. She's being unusually nice. Like, what's that about?
Yeah.
Like, I thought there's a twist there. There's again, the twist was the twist that she did it because the twist.
Double twist.
That's our word for this episode. Twist.
Twist.
I almost slid out of the frame.
Don't
Like,
slide
ugh.
out of your chair.
I
Don't
almost
twist
did
out of
almost-
your chair.
I did almost twist out of my chair.
Just
Don't
doing
do
the
that.
Twist. It was too
Did
hard.
twist again.
Yeah.
Like we did last summer.
Wow.
Yay.
Thank you, little chubby
That's
checker.
cute. I loved it.
Yes, I'm a little chubby checker myself. Anyway, enough about me. Back to the show. So
I think you broke Cameron.
Oh, I love it.
like,
Oh my God.
that's right.
I love you.
I'm back. And so, but basically, they work together to figure this out. And this case kind of hits close to home for her name's Nancy, of course, Nancy Santiani.
Nancy.
Wait, her name is Nancy?
Yes, it's Nancy
Isn't
Santiani.
it so ridiculous?
I know.
Nancy?
Nancy.
Nancy.
yeah.
Like, there's no way to say that. Sorry to Nancy's out there. But
No.
I know some Nancy
Nancy's
friends.
are fine.
Yeah.
I have
Nancy's
some
are
friends
fine.
that are Nancy's.
But
It's just
Nancy Santini?
That's
So
ridiculous.
Santiani.
Santiani. That's too many words, guys.
It
It
is.
is.
It's
What is
Syllables.
it?
Syllables.
Nancy.
Nancy Santiani.
Yeah,
Too much.
Santiani. I know. It's
Too
so
much.
funny.
Imagine a Midwesterner saying
Oh
it.
gosh, Minnesota.
Hey,
Minnesota.
Nancy Santiani.
Oh, you betcha.
Ooh,
Yes.
don't you know?
Yeah, don't you betcha.
Ooh,
Oh.
Van Pooper.
It is Van Putin. I almost said it wrong myself. It's my family out
messes
there.
up everything.
He messes everything
But, you know,
up.
here's the thing. I was happy to see her humanized a tad.
Yes.
Brought her down a notch, which was nice.
Yes, that was actually really nice, and it gave her another dimension, because if you just play a bitch all the time,
Yeah.
that's one dimension.
I'm sorry, she is a bitch all the time.
Well, she is, but
Straight up.
but you have to believe on some level that she's not just a regular bitch. There has to be a reason why she's a bitch.
Well, no, and I called it last week. I was
did.
like, it was probably something that happened in like a previous relationship, or maybe she was married, because that's why she's always giving Laura a hard time, because I'm a single mom, and and I'm like, okay.
Well, so we find out.
Yeah.
We find out that she was so supportive because she grabbed drinks with Laura, and that's the whole point. She was like, "Why are you being so supportive?" And she was like, "Because I had an abusive ex, so the case was close to home to her." It's like, so she's raising her child by herself, and she had an abusive ex. So I'm assuming that she had to escape it.
Speaking of drinks, real quick, did anybody notice in the show how many people drink all the time?
Oh, they do.
Oh yeah.
You notice that?
I like that.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I mean, that's cool, but I had consciously noticed last week, and then also watching tonight's episode.
Now your eyes are green right now because you're wearing green outfit.
Yep, I noticed
It's
it.
so crazy. Do you have like hazel eyes normally?
No, I have green eyes.
Yeah.
You have green eyes?
Yeah.
Green eyes are my favorite.
Me too.
Thank you.
They're my favorite. Green eyes are my favorite of all the eyes. Hazel comes second.
Double twist, green eyes.
Green eyes. I mean, so anyway, I was staring into his eyes. I couldn't help it all of a sudden.
You in America, James. You in America.
Stop it.
I just don't think they are.
Oh my God.
So anyway, so we find out that they have. Jesus. So they find out that basically that she had a past, and that's why she helped her out on this, because they get close to home.
Yep.
And what we find out is the husband did do it,
Dun-na.
Like I said.
like you said.
You called it. Just saying.
But how they find it is kind of funny. So there's a family crypt that they go to, the Van Doren family crypt, and so they open it up and they look at the casket and they see Terrence's mother, poor thing, and then they have like a skull with fractures in it, and right next to it. Can you imagine? I'm going for eternity. I'm dead.
Yeah.
I'm going to go to eternity. You're not going to put me in my jewelry or whatever. You're going to give me your first wife's dead skull.
Which is
Yep.
so gross.
Totally gross.
It's.
I mean, I give points for originality. I mean,
I also would not
No,
be a
James,
fan
no.
of digging
Don't
that
dare.
stuff up. Can I just say that?
Stop.
I'm like, there you go. He's like, hey, no one will find it. I mean, she's dead. I mean, who's opened up a casket?
No.
Yeah, I guess so.
No.
Yeah, they're not buying it, kids.
Stop it.
Oh my God, Diane Sutherland is like, they drink at the bar, but they never pay. That's so true. I never seen
See,
it
that's what
later.
I'm saying.
That's what I was gonna say. I was
They
like,
peace out.
Oh no, because I'm gonna say because it's a cop bar that maybe they just don't.
Maybe they have a tab. Maybe they have a tab.
But
They have
that
a tab?
doesn't.
But
I
usually
mean, no, it's against the law. I mean,
but a lot of
just
shows
be-
will say,
be
put it on
real.
my tab or your tab. They don't really acknowledge any of that. They just
Yeah, I
kinda,
guess
Yeah,
so.
I agree.
They do, because home, they
Just once, I want somebody to be like, put it on my
No, you know
tab, and they'll
what?
go, "There's a 2-drink minimum,
what?
idiot."
No. You know what? I have to say that I think that in season 1, someone did pay. I think I remember either Billy.
I feel like they did
or
too.
Jake
Okay,
put
that could be
down,
true. Yeah.
And I think also Laura has put money down for shots.
Oh, maybe.
So-
Oh, okay.
But but this season nobody's paid for nothing. So I'll give it to you this season, Diane. No one and D Star, they're like, no one's paid for anything this season. It's all free. I love free drinks. I mean, it works for me. Free shots. Since I'm saving lives as a police officer of New York City.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, come on, give me a free drink. Dang it. And so also we get here's the part that makes me 50-50, not
Okay.
giddy, but 50-50 on this. Jake basically declares he wants to be in the running.
Lord have mercy.
He asked for a second
Oh.
chance.
now,
Because the week I wasn't on, you guys talked about when they kind of led that direction before, and you wanted my opinion, and I was like, my opinion is, I just think they should just stay friends. Even though
I
do-
constantly go back and forth on
yeah,
this.
I kind of yeah.
I do think Jake needs to chill out.
And see what happens naturally, like let it happen
He
naturally.
needs to wait. He needs to wait to see what happens
her
with
and Tony.
Tony. He can't be putting his foot in the middle of it. If he was a new guy,
Okay.
no previous history with her,
Okay.
and she's not engaged, sure, you know what? Say, hey, lose a hero, get with the hero. But if you have a past with this person,
Yes.
you can't like put a wedge in their new situation.
Well, in a way, he's giving it to her. He's like saying, "Okay, I'm putting my hat in the ring."
Yeah, but he won't stop talking about it. You know?
Well, I mean,
Am I wrong, Alexis?
Alexis, what do you think?
No, I mean I felt the same way because I was a little off about it, because I've always been kind of like a Team Jake kind of lady, especially in the first season. Because I was like, well, we know that he cheated on her. Maybe, you know, I mean, once a cheater, always a cheater. But I feel like Jake is really trying. So I feel like we could maybe get past it, but at the same time, I feel like Jake's trying too hard. I feel like he's kind of really like pushing her up against the cage kind of thing. So I don't know.
God, Diane agrees with Cam, actually.
Yeah.
She says she agrees with you.
Thank you, Diane.
Well, you know, I mean, I know it's one of those things. I mean, when you're in love, I mean, do you follow rules? I mean, you're in love.
No, of course not.
Right.
But I feel like she also has the same amount of feelings for both.
She probably does.
So I don't really know exactly how to help her with that.
Yeah, I know. I mean,
she kind of needs to figure it out just as much as him, honestly.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they have kids, so that's going to be for the rest of their lives anyway.
Yeah.
As a person who co-parents, I understand that. You mean for the rest of their life.
Well, that's why I want to know. I mean, I know that divorced parents usually can get through it with their kids, but do you think that it would be better, since she has twins who are the same age, that it should be better for them to be together so that they can actually raise the kids because they're at the same age and they can grow at the same time, or if they should just split up and just deal with it on their own like adults?
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean,
I don't know.
What's funny is, oh my God, D-Style's like, Counseling with Cam. I'd watch that show.
Hey.
But Diane said, I agree with her. I always agree with Diane. She says you should never go backwards. There's always that thing. Like, it usually, the second time, I can say this, I've gone backwards and it didn't work.
Really?
Even though we were older and we felt like things were different.
It doesn't work.
Oh,
it
we did
work.
talk about this.
We have talked about it. So it didn't work. So I almost kind of say, a lot of times you say 9 times, it does work sometimes. Some people do, they get back together like, oh my God, we're so much better now, we're mature, we got it. But sometimes the same problems are just kind of there.
No, that was the first thing I was going to say, was that that there's a reason why this person is your ex.
Yes.
Yeah, and I think also there would be actually a chance if they didn't see each other on a daily basis.
Yes.
You know? I mean, like, because they're friends right now, and
Yes.
I don't know who said this originally. I think it was Robert Frost.
There we go.
Being friends with your ex, an ex asking to be your friend, is like your mom saying your dog just died, but you can still keep it. That is what it's like.
Someone
Okay.
needs to go see if that's correct.
Yeah. Well, tell us.
Check.
Fact check. Hashtag fact check.
Somebody back.
No,
check.
here's the thing.
Hashtag counseling with Cam.
Here is a lot of help. LOTT. Okay, so here's the deal.
Oh,
yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Thank you.
I concede the hashtag war to you, sir.
I am a certified life coach.
Lord have mercy.
So here's my rebuttal to you on that one. Playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
Sometimes they say that you know better now. So, and the love was there in the beginning. Where does it go? So why can't you be friends?
I see. Well,
Depends on the length of the ex.
Yeah.
Depends on the length of the relationship.
I think that's true.
I mean, they were married, they had kids.
Yeah.
I think they've been together for a while. They got together when they were very young.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume it was like high school, maybe.
Yeah, my thing is, if they were together for 5,
And they were
6
on the
months
board together too.
Yeah, so if they're like 5 or 6 months together, then screw that noise.
Then,
But-
yeah.
Yeah.
But if you have somebody, I mean, I'm friends with 2 of my exes, and we were together for a
Yeah,
long
same
time
here.
ago.
I'm
So
friend-
I mean,
I'm friends with 2 of my exes as well.
yeah, and there's nothing going on. I mean, never mind. I would never again.
All right. Ew.
Oh, never. It's like a praying mantis or something. But no, I think that's the devil's advocate. But I see both sides of it, though. It's kind of like
I do too. I see both sides.
I see both sides of that. So with this, that's what they're bringing up on Mysteries of Laura. It's like Tony, Jake. Which one should Laura go with?
Yeah.
And they both actually are nice guys. But one she has a total history with, and he cheated on her. There's a reason why they broke up.
I just wanted to know how long the cheating.
How long? Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
because
know,
they
yeah.
never
Yeah.
give you specifics of who he cheated with, how long the cheating was,
How many
for,
times?
how many times, like,
That's a big factor.
Right.
you know, how many women.
Yeah,
Right, and
that's a big factor.
they've never really said that. Online, they're asking Alexis, "What color is your hair?" I love the color.
Oh, my hair is purple.
Okay.
It's just dark at the top, so it's black.
Okay. No.
If you're wondering who dyed it,
It was Cameron.
follow that person at Emily Camshaft
There you
on
go.
Twitter
There you go.
and Instagram.
You got it.
Using the hashtag ABTVMOL or ABTV Mysteries of Laura.
That's
Either
right.
one.
Hey, you know what? While you're there, subscribe to the podcast in iTunes, and you will hear the voice behind the purple hair on your phone each and every week without even asking. It'll download automatically. You can watch us, take us on the go, listen in the car, catch up on the show, on this show and every show here at AFTERBUZZ TV. James Lott Jr., back to you.
Thank you. So we're going to go now on to the next episode, which is
yeah.
tonight's episode. So we did that. It was good. Thank you, everybody. The Mystery of the Dead Heat. And so one of my things that I always was scared of.
You were scared?
When I used to work at a gym, I was always scared to get locked in the sauna.
Oh, yeah, that's why I never go in the sauna.
I always thought that's just...
100%.
No, you're screwed.
Because, A, if nobody does anything to you, you get locked in the sauna, you just bake to death.
Yeah,
You end up, you're like smoked sausage.
They even said it. Yeah, there's like, oh, you died. I can't remember what Laura said, but she said something about like being like a baked Christmas ham. And
yes.
like,
That's right. That's exactly right, though.
Yeah, because he was like, I mean, after he had been hit over the head and stuff, he cooked in there.
I mean, let's be honest. I don't even know why they're there to begin with. I don't mean to go into this too much, but why in the world, after you work out, you're getting hot and sweaty,
it does feel.
You know what's refreshing? Walking into a boiler.
No.
Like, what the heck?
For me, actually, it's after a massage sometimes, really deep tissue massage, going in the sauna or the steam room or jacuzzi, it does feel better.
A jacuzzi, I believe.
Yeah, it feels better. It
But a
does.
sauna?
No, sauna, because it's because your body is loosened up. The heat helps you with your joints and everything. That's why a lot of old people like going to Palm Springs. Because it's hot.
The sauna of California.
Trust me when I tell you, when I get on a plane to go to Palm Springs, it's like cocoon. It's all they go. Okay, everybody pre-board. The whole plane is pre-boarded because they're all old.
Oh, really?
There's like the rest of you.
Funny.
There's like 5 of us who are like under 100. We come to go on the plane. It's always like 8,000 old people who board the plane first, and then it's like, okay, the rest of you, we're going to Palm Springs.
All right, the 2 people in the back row.
It's me and my friend usually.
Come on in.
Yeah, come on in. I used to sit in the back.
No blankets left for you.
No blankets. It's a 40-minute flight. You got to do it. So I'm just telling you, old folks, it's good for their arthritis. It's good for their joints. It loosens everything when it's really, really hot.
That being said,
I'm a former nurse, so I can tell you.
There is a chance of murder going into a sauna. Always. It's a really good place for it.
Well, they have that hand of classic like horror thing.
Titanic? I thought something else was going on.
I don't think that's what that was.
Yeah, like
that is not the first thing I thought of when I saw the hand go up on the glass. It wasn't like, oh,
I thought it was. I thought like...
Near, far, wherever you are.
Oh, crap, he's dead. I was wrong.
Exactly.
Lord of mercy.
This ain't love.
Oh, my Lanta. Move on.
Oh, my Lanta. Yes, so basically, Matthew Burke.
Yeah, not to be confused with Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick is alive and well.
Oh my
Matthew
God.
Burke, on the other hand,
dead
in the sauna.
Yeah, that was tasteful.
kind of a handsome, no, he's tired. Kind of a handsome man is killed. Meanwhile, when we open up, you have Jake still talking about wanting to go on a date. It's right at the beginning. They're already talking about. He's like, I want to go on a date, and she's like, I'm dating Tony. And he's like, okay, I'll go on a date with you if you go see this doctor, Dr. Gould.
Dr. Gould.
Dr. Gould.
Which, by the way, I would have said if I was Jake, you could have fooled me. I haven't seen the guy in 4 episodes.
I know.
Like, where the heck is the chef?
Where is
When's the last time he
Tony?
cooked for you?
Hashtag, where's Tony?
Just saying.
Where's Tony? It's crazy. So basically, they're talking about that because they always have a conversation going as they go on to a crime scene. That's just how it always works.
Yeah.
And so, but he says, okay, I'll go see your doctor. Or he's kind of like, okay, maybe. And she's like, okay, we'll go on a date Saturday night. So they get to the place. The door is jammed. His hands, like he was trying to fight to get out. Can you imagine? Yeah. Oh, that's like
my God.
My nightmare. Nightmare. So he be dead. We meet his wife because she comes walking in with braces, and I was like, oh, they're kind of they're braces.
Oh yeah. You're right.
She said crutches
because they were the kind that go around the arm.
Yeah. And she said crutches. Like they weren't crutches.
They were braces.
They were braces. Again, I was a nurse. And so she comes in, and this actress, Sherry Shawm, I love her. She's from a lot of daytime soaps.
Yeah, she's also on the Fosters.
Oh, yeah,
and
that's right.
She was just on How to Get Away with Murder, I think, last season,
yes,
right?
Yes, she was.
She's all over the place.
Homegirl is working.
Gal.
Homegirl is working. Great actress, love her to death.
Amazing.
So glad to see her. And so anyway, so she comes in. She has MS. We find out.
Yeah,
which is a horrible debilitating disease.
Yeah.
And so she loves her husband. We find out that she works for the Department of Buildings,
which I didn't know existed.
Department of Buildings.
What's the Apartment of Buildings?
Oh, he is. I love it.
I didn't know the Department of Buildings existed.
Well, my daughter works for the Department of Water Boards, I think. Or she used to. It's like, it's weird. I mean, there's a lot of departments.
There's all the, all
my stepmom used to work for Department of Recycling.
Yeah.
Department of Bread. I don't know. There's always these departments for everything.
There is a bread department.
The bread department. Yes, at every store in the country. Yes, there is. But there's departments and stuff. So I was like, Department of Buildings actually is plausible. Urban planning.
Yeah.
So I mean, I guess there's something there. And but she talks about how loving he was to her before he died.
That was really sad.
That was sad, actually. That he really loved his wife, took care of her, looked out for her. He went from copyright attorney to personal
to just
trainer.
being that was upsetting to
know.
listen to.
It's like that's really, really sad.
Yeah.
And so here I am. You guys just don't mind the person behind the camera. Or you shouldn't mind the person behind the camera. It's me. I was getting out of frame. And so I thought it was kind of just that he was like, he fixed his van up for her, this custom-made van.
Great custom van, which I thought, I mean, it ended up playing a role in this whole thing. But they were very specific about this van several times,
yes.
So I was like, something's going down with
I
this
didn't even follow. I wasn't following about you, Alexis. I wasn't really following the van thing. Was like, and the big keys. I thought it was just like a funny joke.
Yeah, I didn't think about it.
The huge keys. They keep saying like the huge,
which
keys.
is funny.
No. Say it correctly. She said big ass.
Big ass keys.
Big ass keys.
Which I carry. I carry a big ass keychain.
I do too.
I'm like a janitor.
Yeah,
school.
Me too.
I'm a custodian.
I have the big circle custodian.
Oh my god, I love those. I would have find one of those. I don't have.
People are going, "Can you open your car?" I'm going, "Wait a second. Which one is it here?"
Oh my god, that's
Amazon.
Amazon. You're right. It's probably, I'm sure because
I was walking down the hall like.
Because mine is like mine's not in my pocket. They're in my purse. I was going to show you because I have all these different things connected to it, like all of my points cards, rewards cards.
Oh yeah, of course.
And then my keychains from concerts. So I was like, James, I'm like, I'll never lose these.
Your Burlington gift cards.
They have my socks. They have my socks.
I know they do. I know they do.
You need to go and get me some socks once you finally become a spokesperson.
I'm working on it, my friend.
Size 14 to 17.
I'm working on it.
Okay, so
it's a big shoe.
That's a big shoe. That's a big ass shoe.
I'm just saying.
Big ass shoe.
A bass.
It is. Oh, like it is. Okay, so, turns out he got into a fight. First, they said he had a client who had a malpractice suit against him. Then they're saying he got into a fight with somebody, a client there.
Yeah, I didn't believe this because this guy who's super caring about his wife, he's not the type of guy that just gets into fights with his clients and stuff at the gym. That's not this kind of guy.
Well, we find out the malpractice guy, the guy's dead. He's 32 years old there, so that's a dead end.
73, been dead for a while.
Yes, for a while.
Kind of a
dead end case. That's kind of sad. He had a malpractice case, and did he die before it got finished, or did he win money and then die? I mean, that's kind of
I don't know.
That's always another fear of mine too. I win money and I'll die the next day.
What?
It's a terrible thing.
Isn't that crazy? I'll have some great luck. Like I'll win money, like lots of money, and then the next day I'll be dead.
Don't.
Stop it! You're scaring Cameron.
Am I scaring the Cameron? Am I scaring the camshaft?
These things.
You're scaring
the camshaft, which I didn't know what a camshaft was until my brother-in-law, who is a mechanic, told me.
Yeah,
that's right.
He said
my dad's a mechanic. So
so I did. I was like, I thought it was something dirty. So
even the big vans have them.
They have camshafts.
Yeah.
He said it's very important to a vehicle. You did say that.
It's crucial.
It's crucial. So, but the fighting person they talked to is a chick named Julie. Oh, yes.
When they're walking into the fighting thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, we're getting right. That's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. Yes.
The noises we hear.
Oh, I wrote down.
Conversation.
Harder. Faster.
Guys.
And then...
we can't do any more? Okay, good.
No.
But
our iTunes listeners are probably going to be freaking out. Relax.
Dang it.
No, but this was funny because I love this is the point where my point to bring this up is we're still seeing Laura and Jake have fun with each other.
They did. They had a good time together because they're in a bike shop and they're hearing
this. They're joking about what's going down.
I thought it was porn.
Yeah, he goes,
that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Debbie Does Dirty or something.
They said Debbie Does Brooklyn or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's kind of funny. And they find out, and when I saw it, I love American Ninja Warrior.
Me too.
I am so obsessed with that show.
Yeah.
No, I'm completely obsessed. I watch it every season. So when I saw it, I was like, it's an obstacle course. I'm like, it's like American Ninja Warrior.
And then they said,
They said American Ninja Warrior. It was
clever for their cover-up.
Yeah.
Well, also, same network.
Yeah.
Exactly.
NBC.
Cross promotion.
Trying to cross.
I love it. I was like,
it.
because I always think I want to be American Ninja Warrior. I want to try it one day, but I just, yeah. So anyway, so we find out that they're training, and when she walks in, they actually watch them in admiration. Well, this guy's really good.
Yeah.
We found out it's her husband. So he's doing the course and everything. She's like, you need to shave off 10 seconds, which is the plot point. And they're trying to, we're thinking he's trying to get the points, because, American Ninja Warrior, if you don't watch it, you have to do an obstacle course, and the best seconds fastest you do it, you qualify.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. So I'm like, oh, okay, makes sense. And he was good.
And I maybe I'm stupid for doing this, but I believed them.
I totally did.
I 100% believed that they were training for American Ninja Warrior.
Yeah, I thought, okay, that's fine. I thought, like I said, again, cross promotion. I thought, well, interesting, something would do that. I've seen people who actually have courses in their
stuff.
homes. Yeah. So I thought, okay, that's not fine. That's fine. And she talks about a perv named Archie Vale. And I was like that he was watching her and all this stuff, and basically he was thrown out, but he came back again. And they were all at the gym that night. She basically admitted they were there, he was there, homeboy, everybody was there.
Everybody was there.
Everybody was there. And she's like, what time?
Yeah.
And so they were all there. So I was like, okay, it's kind of funny. But it turns out they find out back Max, our man, who always figures everything out, has the information. This Archie Vale has convictions. He owns parking tickets.
He's breaking and entering several times.
Yeah. Like, he's just like, they're thinking he really is a perv. Which I thought he totally was. When he showed his mugshot, I was like, "Ooh, or his driver's license."
Looked crazy.
He looked crazy. It was crazy.
And he gave the first time we met him, he seemed a little crazy too, coming out swinging.
I jumped. They're like, well, the whole thing is, it was Jake and Meredith. It was interesting to see those two together. It wasn't Billy and Meredith. Usually they're together all the time. Usually it's like the A story, B story.
Yeah,
they
I
were
like
together.
that.
I liked it also.
That.
Because actually, think about it. This episode, I know you guys at home agree, Billy really wasn't heavily in the action. He kept being on the phone with his mother speaking Spanish.
Yeah.
That was an interesting choice that they did that. It's like, this whole episode was him. His whole storyline was kind of, I have a personal relationship with Meredith. That was his storyline.
That was it, yeah.
Kind of, it was really at the end, he helped now apprehend somebody, but it was kind of like, interesting plot twist, kind of. They focused on the romantic part.
Instead of, the
cop part, which is kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, I like that.
But it showed Meredith with Jake, and they had the little banter, and they're working it out. And turns out that they find the car through deduction, which when they were explaining everything, it seemed a little far-fetched, kind of. But I was like, well, I guess they could. I mean, they're smart. They're smart. Like,
believe it.
It's like, well, we can't. Because he has no house. It's P.O. Box.
Yeah.
So there's no house. They go by where the parking tickets were, and they were within a 10-mile radius or so from a Cafe Bravo, which looked like a Starbucks, of course, or something like that.
Yeah,
or,
and they
Pret a Porter.
They looked at the times that all the parking tickets were
too. And it's like around 10 o'clock, that's when it opens in this breakfast. So it's kind of like they deduced all that. Which I was like, okay, that's smart. But it was like, really? You go on? So that was smart. And then, so then they see the car. We're thinking it's all abandoned because it looked all messy and everything. And when they opened the door, he came out swinging with a lug.
Yeah, then here's the thing. Jake, you got to knock on the door first or something.
We just opened the door right now.
That was a first mistake. He just hand on the thing, opens it, and the guy's comes out like he's
with a lug wrench.
I mean, I feel bad for him. He's probably half asleep.
Well, the one thing I was thinking was that can't he see through the tinted windows, or were they really tinted?
I think he was half asleep.
I think there was a glare also. I think I saw a glare too. Yeah. The way the car was, because that one truck went left that was parked.
That's valid though, because I mean, he would have driven off, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I thought that was weird.
Unless he was passed out. I don't know.
He
certainly did not.
Maybe he was being distracted. Maybe he was packing his bags or something.
Yeah.
And speaking of bags, he had Matthew's bag.
Yeah, he did.
It was like,
the murdered man's bag.
Diane Sutherland, yes, I kind of agree. She says I like a good romantic side story to a main action story. No, I agree. That's fine. I just thought it was very interesting that they went that direction with him, and he wasn't heavily in the drama of the actual show. So that was an interesting
liked
point.
it.
No, we liked it too. It's just interesting. And turns out when they bring him in, he had a whole other story. It's kind of another sad story. It was kind of like, I'm homeless.
Yeah.
I lost my wife. I lost my job. Yeah, I looked at Homegirl a couple times. Sure, why not at the gym?
Yeah.
He was like, I looked at it a couple times, but I was really not, perving out on her.
Yeah.
He was using it for a shower.
So I was just
stuff.
down and out. I was shower,
Right.
needed some AC occasionally.
I thought, now that I know what actually happened, I'm actually thinking back, and I think that Homegirl there was trying to actually throw off the police to arrest our homeless man. So that they wouldn't have to focus on them the whole time.
That makes sense.
That gave him time to burn everything, and that's very
that makes
true.
sense. That totally makes sense. But they couldn't. They had a laptop. They couldn't unlock his computer laptop, and so they were saying to him, "Well, this is true." He said, "I use this laptop to make resumes and send them out." And he goes, "If this is true, then give me the password."
Yeah,
he did. And
he did.
And there's resume in there.
And his resume was in there.
Yes.
Totally true.
Ooh,
I thought they were going to find something else in this guy. But
no, not on him.
They found something else.
They found something else.
Yeah. On the computer.
That we were not expecting.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I was very fascinated by. I learned something new tonight. I didn't know this existed.
Both James and I knew what it was.
We sure did.
Like, straight up. And then Cam was like, what?
We had to pause for a second and explain.
It was very interesting.
Yes. Sex surrogacy.
Yeah, sexual surrogate.
Which they found pictures of a couple with no faces.
Yep.
And they're in positions. And then what they found out when Laura saw, let me look at the hand really close, and there was a medical look bracelet.
Which was
Homegirl, Cecilia, the wife.
Cecilia.
The widow, I guess, the widow at this point.
Wait, did we ever figure out if he just kept those pictures as like part of like collateral with the invoice?
We did.
No,
we did.
He said it was a slideshow for instructions.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's
They
what
said
that
that
was
at
my
one
next
point.
question.
Yeah.
Thank you,
If you don't know what a sex surrogate is,
yeah.
they come in to help people who are disabled in ways to awaken their sexual desires. They actually show pointers to the partner.
And most of the time, the sexual surrogates are someone who's been in the medical field who know the anatomy very, very
Exactly.
And,
Exactly.
it helps with libidinal.
well. Oh,
Libidinal.
Of course, you're
I
the
can't
one
say
found
that
the
name.
big word.
Libidinal.
The big
That's right.
word.
That was a
Your
good word.
libido.
That
Your
was a
libido.
good
Yeah,
I love that word.
libidinal. Yeah,
Yes.
there it is.
Yeah.
Libidinal.
If you don't know what it is, kids Google it.
Google it.
Yes,
Find out for
I-
yourself.
Do it.
Hashtag
Find out for
libidinal.
yourself. But so that was interesting. That was a
Didn't expect
development.
that. Did not expect that at all. I was like,
They
oh,
usually
okay.
don't do that in
No,
TV
they
shows,
don't.
So it was very interesting to me.
I was like, okay, so they
Learned
did that.
something new.
And so, but again, it was like a loving gesture that her husband wanted to provide for her. He wanted her to be happy.
Yeah.
So he loved her. I mean, he
This
really
was a-
did.
This was a good guy.
Yeah,
was a good guy.
I felt bad for this one.
I
did
the
too.
Most out of a lot of the other cases that they've had because he was actually a generally good guy, and it was just the wrong time,
Yeah.
wrong place.
Yeah, well, I mean, while we keep hearing more about him, I'm like, I could get a beer with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I
no-
wanted to see him or meet him, and
Yeah.
he was just.
He did.
Yeah,
he was dead right from the start.
Baking away like a Christmas ham.
He was.
Sorry, James.
A honey baked ham.
A
That's
honey
right.
baked ham.
Honey baked ham. So it turns out, but so now they're figuring this out that Archie is not really the man. Santini, your girl, still thinks he's. I wouldn't just like write it off and blah blah blah.
This right here.
Yes.
This whole scene.
Yes.
So done.
I know. I know.
Absolutely done.
You were
I was like,
done.
There was 3 giant amount of evidence, and she was
Yes.
just like, "I'm gonna wait. I'm
Right.
gonna wait."
Yeah.
And I was like,
Because Max kept giving you evidence, and Laura and Meredith are finding stuff out. It's like this is not adding up. He's
Bruh.
not the killer.
"Yeah."
But I want to hold him anyway.
Let's
until
just
I'm
hold
sure.
him
Let
because
you
just
know.
in case.
Just in case.
Well, we have proof he didn't do it. Well, you never know.
You never know.
But yeah, like it was just gonna suddenly change.
Maybe he stole an Altoid from somebody. Let's hold him just in case.
What the mini Altoid? Not the big
They
one.
have mini Altoids.
Yeah, they do.
I do them all the
Little
time. I
tiny
have them all
little
the time.
Oh.
Actually,
No, but she really annoyed me.
Don't tell me you have them in your pockets right now.
I do.
James is actually
Oh
digging
my
in his
goodness.
pockets right now for these
I'm gonna
mini
show you
Altoids.
guys.
I'm
Look at
so
this.
done
Look
right
at
now.
that.
These
It's
are
a little mini
little
Altoid.
Altoids.
Lord have mercy, guys.
They're little
This
tiny
is
ones.
happening.
They're little tiny things. You can't even see this. They're little tiny things. I'll eat one right now.
No, you can see them. Yeah. Oh my god.
I like these
my
better than the big.
goodness.
I like these better than the big ones.
Well, there you go.
Okay. So,
Maybe Archie stole those. Anyhow,
Anyway,
keep him safe. He's coming after him.
Yes.
But he stayed in holding for a while.
Yeah, good guy was cooperative.
He stayed in holding for a long time. So remember, at the end is when they released him.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, they held him that whole time.
Yeah.
There was like 12 hours.
I actually forgot about it
It was
myself.
after they were at the bar. They're
Yes.
drinking. They're like,
I know.
yeah, it's a good time. And, oh, Archie's still in jail.
Archie, oh my God, Archie.
Wait a second.
Totally. It's like, that was kind of weird. I was like, wait a minute.
We'll get him tomorrow. Who's paying the tab? I don't care. Archie is.
Right. It's like, it was just so weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, so they The lug wrench doesn't match anything. I mean, there's all the evidence points away from Archie.
Away from him.
So, meanwhile, Billy's on the phone with his mom, in Spanish and this whole thing. And we know, and so Jake lets them know that everybody knows that him and Meredith are dating.
Yeah.
They're trying to keep it on a down low.
Thank goodness. Because this time they found out.
Yeah, I think it's time they know.
Yeah.
They kind of say it's Max, but... And what was the one guy that he went to? Was it Big Head Al?
Big Head or Bald Head Al.
Bald Head Al. I was like, who's that? And he was like, I know.
I love it. He was just like, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of funny. I was like, dang.
I mean, they're not very, slick about it.
No, they're not.
No.
It's just, they're just oozing with sexual
They just,
tension.
walk into each other in the office and go, I'll solve your case.
Yes.
And it's like, wait a second. All right, it's
like,
obviously what's going on.
No.
And when they decide that, they actually look at the keychain again. That big-ass keychain again.
Big-ass keys.
And the van becomes a focal point. And so they decide to sweep the van.
I was like, what?
Yeah, me too. I wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wasn't really following. I was like,
Doesn't
okay.
make sense to me.
And so, but funny, Billy and Meredith talk about kind of while they're doing it about Thanksgivings. He's like, oh yeah, you're in my house and with food and family. And she's like, my parents would kill me if I didn't come back home for Thanksgiving. Like, oh.
Denied.
Because he's trying all of these crazy ways to introduce his girlfriend to his mother.
Well, now here's what's funny though for you guys out there. Of course, when you first start dating somebody, you date them through because I was dating somebody last year right before the holidays. So when the holidays came up, I have certain things I do for the holidays. I have Thanksgiving with my mom, and then I have Christmas with my grandkids, my kids in Sacramento. And so my relationship was really new. I wasn't ready to showcase my new person to my family, my grandkids yet. I mean, we just started. So I wonder how that goes. It's kind of a weird thing, isn't it? When it's like,
I think Billy needs to calm down for a second. Because I mean, for real, it'll happen when it happens. He's making it a much bigger deal than it needs to be. I feel like they're pretty new to this.
Yes.
Chill out, Bill.
So it's kind of like a little thing. So, but I mean, he really likes her. She is hot.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh, she's a good-looking person for sure. I will not deny that.
You sure? Okay. Okay. So, but they find blueprints, and that becomes actually the focal point now.
Yeah, which I'm glad that was it.
Yes, me too.
And
me
not
too.
They planted something in the van's engines.
Yeah. So now it's just the blueprints.
But it's more realistic.
It's more realistic. So they bring in back Cecilia, who's from the Department of Buildings, because they were hers, but on Thursdays they're always left in the van.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, okay, so they look at there's 12 sets of blueprints. Like, which ones do you think? Because they find out when they go back to the sites, folks had done gone.
Yeah.
They were like, bye, peace out.
Not only that, they burned everything.
They were having a burnout sale. They were trying to get rid of stuff, and it didn't really work.
No.
It never works on these shows.
No.
They never burn everything.
Take it with you. Why not just take it with you?
Just and hide it somewhere where no one finds it.
Put it in your go bag.
Your go bag.
Put it in the grave from the last episode.
With Mother and the other skull.
Yeah, hide it with her.
There's room in there.
You're not going to look there again.
Exactly.
They found everything. Burn it.
I don't think they knew each other.
Oh, so what, they use one match? There was so much paperwork left over?
Right.
The numbers and...
Well, one of the things they caught were fibers from that orange threaded thing that he was climbing up on.
Yeah, which I'm always fascinated by this because the first thing that I wonder is how long does stuff like that stay on you?
Yeah.
Like the fibers and stuff.
I guess it does. If you think about it, I got probably fibers on me from things.
That's amazing, though. I think it's... Because this is an absolutely true thing that they can do in real life. It's amazing. Yeah. It's amazing.
Just means everything you touch, you got to be really careful about.
Yeah.
Because it can stick to you.
Yeah.
Not good. So they figure out Julie and her husband. Obviously, they're probably the ones who done killed him. They didn't know why at first, but they're like, there's something going on. The things in the rubble, in the half-burnt rubble they find, they spit out. Half-burnt rubble, they find the bloody gym equipment, which I thought was kind of funny, actually.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't they hide that?
That was way too obvious.
That was way too obvious.
I think it was, too.
It has the stamp on it from the gym. There's blood on it. I was like...
It's sitting on a shelf labeled evidence.
Yeah. Like, I killed the guy.
Yeah.
This is what I used.
Here's the murder weapon. Is on a Post-it on this.
Love us.
Love us. Not even exactly love us.
P.S. Check the half-burnt bin.
Right,
also,
yeah.
More evidence.
Don't forget to feed the goldfish before you leave with my evidence.
Right,
okay.
right, exactly right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
P.S. Archie's still in jail.
He still is in jail.
Go save Archie.
I know. Free Archie. Free Archie.
Hashtag free Archie.
Hashtag free Archie. I do love that. So they find a blade gym equipment. They find a burnt copy of the blueprints. I mean, that part was a little
Terrible
too...
criminals, guys.
Put
Yeah, that was a little
it
too
in your
much for me.
pocket and take it with you.
Great athletes, but terrible, terrible.
They were
Yeah.
dumb criminals, exactly. So it turns out the husband has like military experience from the Middle East. He was involved in explosives and stuff,
Yep.
almost stuff. And she was a temp in Cecilia's office.
The buildings.
Department of Buildings.
Department of Buildings.
The building of the Department of Buildings.
For 4 weeks.
For 4 weeks.
And
Hello.
she figured it out, though. She
Yep.
got the
did.
blueprints.
And they found a receipt for a subterranean GPS.
I was
thing.
like, what are we doing right now? Like, for real?
It was all just like
I
handed to
assumed.
us.
I
out
thought.
in the open.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that meant sub-oceanic. I was like, they're gonna do this in a submarine.
Oceanic.
Legitimately, I was like, they're going. Wow, they're holy crap.
Well, you think just thinks terrain, what terrain is,
Yeah.
and it's sub.
So
I know.
underground.
I know. I misread the situation.
It's
He's
okay.
just pretty.
He's just,
just pretty.
really good to look at.
He's good
guys.
look, green
Oh.
eyes.
Really good to look
That's
at.
it. That's it.
about
Please.
That's
Nothing
it.
else going
What do
on.
you think, podcast listeners?
Well, go find him at Only Camshaft. You can see his pictures.
There it is.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So while you're listening to the podcast, go on Twitter and look for his pictures.
There you go.
Even though this one looks creepy, but it's okay. So
Just make sure you don't go sub-oceanic. So you don't have signal down there.
Oh my god.
Also, yeah, who even gets receipts for this stuff anymore?
Yeah, I know. It's like
Why'd you keep the receipt?
because you might want to return it.
They ask you, yeah, okay.
You got 30 days. Got 30 days to return.
We're
a
only going to
subterranean-
pull off this crime once.
You're right. So I'm gonna give it back.
We'll take this thing back to Fry's.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I got
Idiots.
I got 14 days. I'm gonna do it. Mm-hmm.
You can build a bomb, but you can't hide your IKEA receipt.
Yes, what's up with that?
I know.
I don't know.
You could hide all of the.
I know. That part was a little
Yeah.
far fetched, but they're trying to blast in. Is what they might deduced. It wasn't trying
Into
to blast
the bank,
out.
which was interesting.
A lie.
But it was a lie, kind of. They didn't
Yeah.
want the bank. That was a diversion. 'Cause they wanted to take down Con Ed is the power system back there on the East Coast and parts of the country. So they knew when they did the blast, which happened, it took out the grid.
Yeah.
So
Which I wonder, like, how realistic that is anymore.
I think that's realistic.
Yeah?
Actually, I
Yeah,
think it is.
I agree.
No.
They can take it out for that long? you
Oh
think?
yeah, I think so. Oh yeah.
I think so.
That's interesting.
Well, that part is true. There was like 30 minutes, so they knew everybody's thinking over here, but Lauren then figure out no, it's like 5 buildings over this. There's another direction.
There's like 12 blocks or something.
Yeah, like 12 block radius, and there's like, and there is this Fengate Savings and Loan.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
So it was a good old fashioned bank robbery. Like I didn't see
That
that.
was
Actually, I didn't see that
insane.
coming. I didn't see that coming at all.
As soon as
Actually,
they said that it was going to be around that area, I was like, oh, maybe they're bank robbers. And then I was like, oh, nope, they are. But apparently they weren't. So I was like, I'm so confused.
I know. It's like so they weren't bank robbers.
Yeah.
So they were actually trying to get into the NYPD annex.
Okay. I don't know if I was asleep making pizza rolls. I don't know what's
Oh,
happening.
pizza
I think you
rolls,
were. You were
yeah,
making
pizza
pizza rolls.
Okay. But I don't understand why they were trying to break into the NYPD.
Me neither.
Because there's more, like, money there. And
Oh,
also
that's right.
expensive things like drugs and
Oh,
electronics.
that's
That is
right. That's right. That's right.
Thank you, Cameron. See, Cameron pays attention.
However, I still would have gone. I don't know. I guess people suspect that you're going after the bank more too. Like, who in their right mind would try to rob the NYPD?
Yeah, right. Kind of a
That
smart
was,
plan.
Like,
I mean,
no, I thought that was like super ballsy.
yeah, I
Like,
actually agree with that.
Yeah.
Too much.
I think I'd like that's something different.
But
another
again, if
twist.
they're smart enough to do this, the diversions,
Yeah,
everything,
true.
you could burn your receipt.
Yes, I know. I'm like that. Just
That's
Like, in my brain, I'm like, so you guys are going to break into NYPD, like, anything. You don't burn all of your stuff?
right.
yeah.
It's so weird.
And you're like live tweeting it or something. That's like these kind of people.
Hashtag gonna rob NYPD.
Yeah.
yeah.
Hashtag
It's like,
gonna
wait a
use bank
second.
First.
yeah.
Lord have mercy.
But
So John. I said
Jake?
John.
Jacob
thank you.
Jingleheimer.
Smith.
Okay.
His name is my name too.
Beep.
Okay, so Jake and Laura get in,
Yeah.
and meanwhile they're right there when the blast happens.
Okay,
I thought he
Jake.
was
But
gonna
Jake
get-
had a
Okay,
moment.
Jake.
But Jake had a moment, little medical moment.
You know what? He deserved it. Let me just say that.
Oh,
Well, okay, I'll take
Get
that. I'll
out
take it
of
back. I'll
here.
take it back.
Wow.
But
So harsh.
you don't go if you're on it. You know you're gonna go bust people who already blew something else up today.
I
If you hear
know.
beeping, don't
Yeah.
put your head on it.
I know.
I love how he was like, wait.
Hang on, what is that?
What is
beep,
it?
beep,
That
beep,
beep.
beep, beep, beep,
But I love
beep,
how we
beep,
waited until the beeping got faster.
Yeah, it's
I was
like beep, 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 and then he's even like, it's either a phone or jump.
And then our
God.
two cat-like people just bust in.
Yeah.
And they go into the vault. the vault.
And carrying automatic weapons.
Yes,
by the way.
apparently. I thought it was like a sawed-off shotgun or something. He was going crazy. I was like, exactly. I was like, oh. So they have a little shootout. Laura wounds, keeps calling him Sonny and Cher.
That was funny.
Sonny,
that's
really kind of funny. Wounds Sonny.
Yeah.
I was calling him Sonny. And so he's down. And he's like, go get him. Well, Jake, like he just said, I'm not that young anymore. He couldn't do what he could do.
But guess who's waiting upstairs?
That's right, Billy and Meredith.
The couple.
They got her. She thought she got away. She was like, "Who? I'm on the roof." Okay, I got away. That was a close call. And sorry for my man. Bye. And she was like, and I was like, no.
She was like, I'm gonna ninja off this thing.
Right. And no.
Yeah.
She was like, he's sorry for. She's like, dang.
Yeah. Oh shucks.
Yeah. So she was like, God, I didn't get away with it.
I would have held the receipt in her face.
See?
You happy?
See?
You happy you didn't do it?
What happens when you save your receipts for the wrong things?
Yes, exactly.
Crime.
This will teach you to waste paper.
There'll be 2 slots open for American Ninja Warrior now.
Yeah. I like that.
You like that.
I love that little.
Yeah,
that was funny.
So silly.
So to get back to the station, that's crime is solved. So as usual at the very end, now it's been happening. Okay, it's been happening as Billy's mom walks in, Sylvia, speaking Spanish. He introduces everybody, and she stares at Meredith because she knows Meredith is the girl.
Yeah.
Meredith calls her out on it.
Which is crazy.
I know. And Meredith calls him out at the bar. And she's like, you need to kind of slow this down.
Like, I know what you're doing.
I know what you're doing, but she's like, yo, I want to slow this down a little bit, okay? But they're gonna go home and be sexy, I guess. And do that. Meanwhile,
Surrogate.
Jake and Laura once again at that bar, not paying for it, talking about I want that date, and she's like, I want Dr. Gould. Here's Dr. Gould. So he gives them the card. He's like, okay. Saturday night goes. I have a date with Tony Saturday night.
Now, here's the
so
thing.
Glad that she said that.
Yes,
yeah, me too.
Me too.
Jake needs to stop letting his strategy be, do you remember when that was us?
Yes.
And just focus on like re-flirting with her, you know? Don't bank on all the stuff that worked before.
But he needs to get his needs to get his health in order. So that's going to be kind of
which I think is completely valid from her end. By the way,
I agree.
You don't want to
that she has to sit there and like bribe him for dates to get him to go to the doctor because he could die.
Yeah.
Right.
So is your life not worth it? I don't know.
Right.
I don't know. So I guess we'll see.
Whatever.
And that was 2 episodes of Mysteries of Laura. We did it. We did it in an hour. I can't believe it. Yeah, it's crazy talk.
Stuff.
If we missed anything, of course, you could tell us hashtag ABTV, MOL, or Mysteries of Laura, and our Twitter handles. Also on the YouTube page, you can comment too, and we'll continue the conversation. We only had an hour to kind of get 2 of them in there, but I think we covered most of the things.
We're good, I think.
I think we're good. But just in case, you can do that, of course. But we're so glad you joined us, of course. I'm James Lott Jr. You can follow me on all the interwebs. I've told you everything. I'll be here this Sunday, of course, doing Edition Days at 4 and GH Report at 5:30. Cameron, where can they find you?
You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at The Only Camshaft, and I am doing Mindy Project and Shark Tank here at AfterBuzz TV, along with Netflix and Chill.
That's right.
On the Popcorn Talk Network, and this Sunday, RadioMillennial.com. Alexis Torres.
Where can they find you?
You can find me all over social media as atorres890.
And of course, I am the voice on his Radio Millennial. If you want to hear me in the intro, it's me saying, now it's time.
Whoa.
Anyway, so we thank you so much for watching us, and we'll see you guys again next week. Mysteries of Laura.
Bye-bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.